Pacing, folks. How you doing? All right. Use the force. Positive mental attitude. We're always trying, right? Oh, mate. You know, you got to laugh or you're going to cry, haven't you? You know? It's that old saying. So, obviously I went to the Brighton Save Our Rights UK March for Freedom and Our Rights yesterday. That was great. It was lovely to see so many nice people. It was very interesting seeing, you know, people's reactions as we went along. I only saw two people that were like, like, just to use a term that's getting tossed around at the moment, I'm not a fan of these things, but pro-mask, you know, so, you know, you got your pro and anti-vaxxers and all that. You know, most of us lot that seem to be making noises are just pro-truth, pro-information, pro-democracy. You hear some people that are like staunchly anti this or anti that, and that's all well and good. But we never have all the information we need to make a full decision while it's all going on, do we? We can know as much as we can know. And what I know is that the measures the government have used have been unwarranted and unnecessary. And I listen to a lot of people that you would try and, or that would, not you, you know, that generally the mainstream media, right, would try and brand as a this or a that or a the other, right? And sure, you get the pockets, right? The people that want to take their country back, you know, or the people that are fucking, you know, anti-vaccines entirely, you know, sure. But most people I talk to, that I have done on the last couple of marches and just generally, they're pro-choice of, right? So it's not that they're anti-vaccines, blanket statement, no. It's that they're anti-mandatory. The government can get stuffed, right? And if they think they're going to strong arm people with the police, they just fucked up. Because people will not have that. And they know that, otherwise they wouldn't have made protests acceptable under their new COVID 2020 Act, right, would they? Because they tried to stop us doing it by making it illegal and we went ahead anyway. They tried to beat us and we carried on anyway. They hit people with truncheons and we carried on anyway. And why? Not because we're like fucking anti this and anti that and fucking rah. Yeah, a little bit. But also because we're like pro-human rights. We're pro-democracy. We're pro-choice. We're pro-freedom. We're pro-progression. Right? It's not about fucking, you know, just like, if you just do what someone tells you, right? Anyone, whether it's the government or a freedom speaker or anyone, if you just go with a narrative that someone's pushing out, and I think we're going to keep perpetuating problems, and I'm keen to see a shift from that. And that's why I think research is good. That's why I think questioning is good. That's why I think being observant is really good. Being objective is really good. Not because I'm a fucking master at anything, because that's what I've done, and I don't seem to be taking the same thought cycles where I want to just perpetuate problems. I'm stopping myself. I'm having a look. Yeah, I chased the police across the beach with my camera yesterday so that we could see what's going on, and I stood in front of them and I told them what I thought. And absolutely, and I'll continue doing that. And, you know, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. It doesn't matter. I'm about what's right, not what's legal. I watched the police shadowing this lad who's got a megaphone, and I've seen him at a few other places. They obviously have got him marked down as someone who's motivating the crowd. And if you're in a dictatorship, the thing you want to do is shut down the mouthpieces, right, that are getting attention. So I watched them. Very obviously fucking tracing this fella, and he was brilliant. He's running, he's jumping up onto all types of bollards and saying what he's got to say. Most of it just truth. You know, I didn't really hear him say anything I disagreed with. Someone in a microphone said something about getting our country back, and I was like, oh, that's a shame. Because I haven't got any time for that. I haven't got any time for the Union Jack. I'm about progression, so I ain't interested in perpetuating leaders. I'm done with that. If anyone wants to create leaders, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm only interested in what's the word? What's the word? It's here. It's here. I've got it. It is communalism. No. Basically, right? All for one and one for all. There is no one rule that works for all. But common law, that could be used across the whole globe to protect a whole load of people from a whole load of madness. Because I'm not just thinking about England. Yeah, sure. It's important, but this problem we face is not in England. Unfortunately, it's not a national problem we face. It's a global one. You know, the Rothschilds have married into most powerful families, royal families. You know, I've said all this shit before. We've got global powers that are problematic to democracy, to progression, and to equality. That, for me, is good enough reason to stand up and say, hell no, 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 and fuck no. No. I don't care. I'm not doing this for my better life, right? This isn't so I can live a better life. It's just so we can all have a better life. Like, I don't give a shit. I've lived a life. I've experienced so much. I've felt like the full emotional range. I have loved deeply and been loved deeply. I'm not scared of death. I'll do what's right until my dying day if I can manage that. Which I'm pretty sure I can. So, yeah, man. The police need to realise what's happening because they are the thin blue line, right? If you want to blindly enforce rules, I'm not even going to give them the dignity of calling them laws, because I actually respect law. I actually respect community. I actually respect democracy, if there was ever such a fucking thing. But there hasn't been, and there isn't. And I've demonstrated that really easily in a couple of videos, and I'm not a moron. If you've only got 2 points of democracy, you don't live in a democracy. You can vote for your locals, and then you can vote for who they tell you they're putting forward for Prime Minister. That's not a democracy to the people. And what was it? We only got democracy in 1938, 28. Before that, it was still just all the landowners, all the people that were with money. So, we are slowly progressing, right? Sure. There's as much fuckery today as there was yesterday, but in some areas we've progressed. In a lot of areas where people care about. It's not like you see buses with people of different coloured skin sitting on different fucking sides of the bus, do you? No, we all sit together. And that's important. It was important for this to be able to happen. Because if I don't know someone of another ethnic background, right, and I hadn't realised that people are just people in whatever way you come to that. You don't even need to know anyone from anywhere to know we're all just people. Right? I grew up in a fucking village in West Sussex, right? There wasn't much cultural diversity going on there. But I'm not a racist prick. And I'm not fucking, oh, look at me, I'm so lovely. No, I'm a man talking about progression, and I don't give a shit how people want to judge me. Just know that I'm talking about progression coming from a good place, and I'm only interested in perpetuating that. So, I just think, you know, change. Let me speak for myself. I want change to be a fluffy little teddy bear. I want change to be a fluffy little teddy bear. But it's not. It's not. And we need to, I think anyone who cares about change needs to really do everything we can, not to antagonise, but to educate. But we need to be strong. No more at these marches can any police officers just be coming in and taking anyone. That's done. Like, a lot of us have just lost our respect for any police officers now. You got to prove that you're... How about we treat you with the stick that your law system is treating everyone else? You're guilty now until you're proven otherwise. So until you stand with people against an oppressive, dominating system, you're a part of the problem. Don't think you can just come to us and take us. Like, that needs to stop now. Policing's one thing. But what is happening at the moment is not policing. They're acting like strong-armed men from the governments. And they're just fucking dog's bodies for the fucking Rothschilds and their chums, right? All the people that own the resources of the land that the people rely on. So they keep us enslaved to them. So we got to say hell no, fuck no, and no, no. But with a smile, nicely, peacefully, but strong. You're not taking any people. Back the fuck off. If you want to... When people take to the streets to make their point of what's happening, I don't want to call it marching and protesting, because I think that doesn't cut it. I'm not asking anyone's permission. I'm saying, personally, I'm done. And I want to find more people that are done so that we can healthily create a better way. Some people want to fucking, you know, treat those that have been treating people badly as they have treated, right? I'm just not up for that. I'm just not up for that. I don't think it's the way forward. Someone said something to me yesterday that makes this point I'm making very hard to make, because they said to me something about how people like the royals and these people that really sit on empires, they're born into them. They don't want to give them up easy. Even if you overthrow them, they're going to want to come back, so they need to be gone. And I was just like, I can't just agree with it. I can't just agree with it. And I didn't. You know, I didn't. I said, you know, fair point. Because it is. But I don't know. I think there's better ways. But we got to be strong, that's for sure. And I think one of the ways we're going to create a better way is by peacefully stopping the police from taking anyone. And if they want to start using force, we outnumber them massively. And we need to unify and stop them. We don't need to hurt them. We could pin them down easy and handcuff them with their own handcuffs if they want to be pricks. You don't have to hurt them. We don't have to do what they do to us, chucking the fucking knees in, kicking people when they're on the floor. You think we don't see that? Jeez. But we're better than that. Not because we're on a moral high horse, but because we want better. And to want better and to get better, you've got to be it. So it's not about violence on violence. I know some people are going to do that. And that's what the system wants. And I say the system just because it's a broad way of encompassing many different factions of it that are a problem. But, you know, viva la revolution. I've been wanting this since I was a child, so I'm pretty cool with it all. I'm sorry for anyone who's feeling any pain from it, but shit me, we're up on that time and I'm just about to run over. You don't want to do that. Use the force, positive mental attitude. Be calm with your thoughts like to yourself like you would to others. Keep loving your hearts for yourselves like you would for others, and let's get it. Get what, John? Awareness, of course. Peace in.